Diego Garcia and enters Iranian airspace, something big is underway. The $2.1 billion B-2 Spirit bomber, nicknamed the Ghost, is coated in radar-absorbent material and shaped to evade even the most advanced air defense systems. It took off from Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean and bombed 3 nuclear sites in Iran: Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan, ending weeks of speculation over whether the US would join the Israel-Iran conflict. So, what do we know about the strike on Fordo? Is Iran's nuclear program obliterated now? And how will Iran retaliate to this attack on its sovereignty? Last night, Trump tweeted that we have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. A full payload of bombshell was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. Now is the time for peace. The Atomic Energy Organization of Iran, AEOI, confirmed that attacks took place on its Fordo, Isfahan, and Natanz sites, but insisted that its nuclear program would not be stopped. But is it too early to say this strike marked the end of Iran's nuclear program? Answering that requires examining 2 key elements through a geopolitical and strategic lens: Iran's nuclear deterrence architecture, symbolized by Fordo, and the US counterforce capability, embodied in the bunker buster strategy. Long regarded as the hardest of Iran's nuclear sites to strike, the uranium enrichment facility at Fordo is heavily fortified and deeply buried. Fordo is no ordinary site. It lies beneath the Zagros Mountains near Qom, hardened, reinforced, and designed to survive anything short of a nuclear attack. It's where Iran is believed to be enriching uranium beyond civilian levels. Reports suggest the site is buried beneath 45 to 90 meters of bedrock, primarily composed of limestone and dolomite. Only sequential strikes, multiple bunker busters layered one after another, would be required to gradually drill through this toughest shell. But what is this GBU bunker buster, and how does it work? Bunker busters are Massive Ordnance Penetrator, or GBU-57AB, developed by the US Air Force specifically to destroy nuclear facilities deep beneath mountains. It's 20 feet long, weighs over 13 tons, and can punch through 60 meters of rock and reinforced concrete. And there's only one aircraft on Earth that can carry it deep into enemy territory without being seen: the B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. Once deployed from high altitude, it locks onto the target using a GPS guidance system. It then penetrates the ground using its speed, weight, and gravity, while a smart fuse times the detonation to occur at the target depth. One bomb could not destroy the reinforced facility deep down mountains such as Fordo, and an attack would have to come in waves, with the Ghost releasing one bomb after another down the same hole. Contrary to Trump's claim of complete obliteration, 2 Israeli officials said that while Fordo sustained serious damage, it was not completely destroyed. So, how much damage did the US strikes actually inflict on Iran's nuclear facilities? Both Iran and the UN nuclear watchdog reported no immediate evidence of radioactive leakage at the 3 sites following the strikes. The Iranian Red Crescent reported no deaths, supporting Iran's claim that the facilities had been largely evacuated beforehand. The health ministry added that the injured showed no signs of nuclear contamination. Meanwhile, Iran's Atomic Energy Organization, AEOI spokesman Behrouz Kamalvandi, stated that the country's knowledge in nuclear energy cannot be destroyed, adding that the nuclear industry has deep roots in Iran, and these roots cannot be destroyed. IAEA Chief Rafael Grossi remarked, "As for the assessment of the degree of damage underground, on this we cannot pronounce ourselves. It could be important, it could be significant, but no one, neither us nor anybody else, can say how much it has been damaged. One thing is clear. The US violated Iranian airspace and carried out strikes on its sovereign territory. The key question now is whether Iran will choose to retaliate against the United States, and how. How Iran could respond. Iran's initial response was clear. The Islamic Republic of Iran is resolved to defend its territory, sovereignty, security, and people by all means, and with full force against the United States. In addition, Iran has already launched a significant barrage of missiles at Israel. The supreme leader has issued a stark warning: target the naval fleet. Among Iran's various options, the most frequently discussed is the potential blockade of the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz, a vital choke point connecting the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, is the only maritime route linking the Persian Gulf to the open ocean. This strategically crucial passage serves as the primary export channel for major Gulf oil producers, including Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Iraq, and Kuwait. Approximately 20 million barrels of oil, about 20% of global daily consumption, pass through the strait each day. Iran has the power to influence the entire commercial shipping in the Gulf, and after the U.S. strikes on 3 nuclear facilities, Iran's parliament has already approved measures to authorize the closure of the Strait of Hormuz. So far, global oil flow remains unaffected, but any disruption or blockade of the Strait of Hormuz could trigger a major crisis in the global oil market. If Iran wants to avoid direct escalation or chooses to go all out, it has several options. One strong possibility is activating its regional proxies, Hezbollah in Lebanon and the Houthis in Yemen. These groups could target Israeli or U.S. interests, allowing Iran to retaliate indirectly without direct involvement. Meanwhile, some experts believe Iran may now accelerate its push for a nuclear bomb, regardless of who holds power. Even if the regime changes, a more hawkish leadership could see nuclear weapons as the only effective deterrent.